What's up, YouTube? What's up, my fellow subscribers and viewers? I want to talk to you today about the mental institution that be going on YouTube. It seems to me it's not going to be no rant and rave or no profanity, because I'm trying to really reach out to every person that's on this social media without going into ranting and raving and using profanity and what have you. So I'm trying to clean this stuff on up, and I'm going to clean it up so the young people can listen to it, well as the old folks or what have you, and the middle age. This mental institution is a decay within the Negro sector of YouTube. We have people way past the age of 18 and 21 that's well in their 40s, probably 50s and 60s, and probably even more than that. And it's a progression of no substance. You have these guys just endlessly just making channels dedicated to another man's opinion. If you got that much creativity, why won't you make your own dialogue and your own subjects? Why you got to piggyback off of somebody else's? I can understand you need views, and the people that's popular on YouTube, you put their name in the title box, automatically people that's against them and for them are gonna view your commentary. So I can feel that. I mean, it's business savvy. You trying to get views. If that's the only way you get views, that's the only way. But to me, my opinion on that subject there is that's not any originality. In the old school rap days, they used to call it biting someone's style, and that's what y'all doing. And you lack originality and talent. You know, I heard a few guys talk about his jealousy, rightfully so. Yes, it is, and it's jealousy over someone else's commentary, jealousy over someone else's productivity and creativity. And it's entertaining to folks. That's why they have so many subscribers and so many views, because they reach certain people's concepts they're thinking when it comes to their production of their video. But it's a mental institution on YouTube as far as the Negro sector. It shows, and it shows very much so. People are going crazy. There's a lot of guys hyperventilating. There's a lot of guys, I'll be watching some of their stuff, look like they're about to have a heart attack. They can't even get their words out because they frustrated. YouTube allows people to get on social media and vent all kinds of ideologies and retardedness and idiocies to man. And that's what I see. We do have people that's mentally ill, folks. Take that in consideration. We do have people that's mentally ill. Take that in consideration. There's a lot of people that's bipolar that's on YouTube. There's a lot of people that's schizophrenic and some more. And you got to take that in consideration. And some people tend to let their stress out on social media and put their dirty laundry all over the world, which is, I don't think, is very smart to do, because you already being recorded on YouTube and Google and every social media network you on. You're being recorded. It is a GPS. It is the eye of the Illuminati, which I always talk about. That is the Illuminati. And you're being monitored every day. Let that pass over right there. And you're being monitored every day. Every day you get on social media, you're being monitored. This is why sometimes it really, it makes me wonder what's wrong with some people. Just get up here to say outlandish stuff, say anything, because you want to be popular overnight. Sometimes videos go viral. Sometimes people, it's all about timing. Sometimes, I mean, you can hit the jackpot and it just happens. Sometimes it's gonna take you a while. And I see that. I see a lot of gender wars. People talking about this swirling activity, and it's really nothing serious because black men swirl too. So you can't really talk about a woman that's a writer of a book and the same color, but the different gender, which is the man, is doing the same thing she's doing. So how can you fight fire with fire? It's not even fighting fire with fire. It's really nothing to do. It's really nothing to talk about or nothing to do. Let me tell you something. When my old man was alive, he was telling about how many Europeans get on boatloads. This has been going on for years. Boatloads, bus train automobiles, or what have you. And muster up some change, get some money, and they comrades, they go right on over to the motherland and have sex vacations. Screw all the women they want to screw. All the blue, black women, but all kinds of just going over there having them, running them up. They've been doing it for years. This is why you have light-skinned people today. It's like the slave trade. You mean to tell me those men run to that plantation like Anderson Peterson and Jim Brown and Christian Okoye to get that big ass? You must be out of your mind. You know they got that ass. This is why you got the mulatto today. So when it comes to that kind of mental illness, when you see men calling a lady bed wench and this, that, and just constantly making video after video after video after video about this woman, and she got her own little thing going on, follows her, encouraging some women, not all women, because other women do got minds of their own. I think every woman's not going to agree with this sister, so some people can be disagreeable and don't follow what she's doing. Some women are already participating in those activities when it comes to white men. But this subject right here, to me, is frivolous. We have more stuff to worry about in the Negro culture other than people dating outside the race. We have this ongoing police brutality. People still turning a blind eye on that. Then you got these insulated incidents that people are getting killed out here due to police activity. And sometimes this stuff don't even get reported. Now, the iPhones is a great invention, and the smartphones, because it allows you to take HD videos of people getting brutalized, and some of these videos go viral, which is a good thing. These phones are making a lot of stuff come out of the dark to the light when it comes to the news networks, and it's being shown all over the news networks, which is good. I have no problem with that. And some of the people that's doing this are young people. Young people, I don't throw them all under a bus. Again, that's a deeper thing, because I hear a lot of people my age saying they ain't about nothing. They ain't gonna be nothing. That's wrong. To say something to a young person like that is to handicap their thinking for the rest of their life. That's derogatory. That's demeaning and everything. You don't know that person personally. People stereotype young people as all black Negro teenagers are menaces to society, which is wrong. Which is very wrong. This is why we have to clean up a lot of stuff. And this mental illness, it's a mental institution on YouTube, and I'm not playing when it comes to the Negro sector. And you got to realize this. You see it. I know you see it every day. To the ones who subscribe and view my channel, I know y'all see it every day. I know y'all do. And it's ridiculous. These people got kids, they got children, they got other responsibilities. And sometimes I say, where do they get all this time from? Do they got it like that, or they living up us under somebody? You know, I really don't care about that because I know people have different living conditions. You gotta survive somehow, but if you coming out to me, this is not for. I mean, this is my opinion. If you coming out with videos that have no weight, no substance to the black science, and the black experience, as far as being African Americans living in America, why get on YouTube? But we do. We coon. Some of us coon. Some of us don't even know the definitions or the ideologies, what we talk about. Some of us just mad because our channels ain't going nowhere. So we begin to start lies and beefs with other people that we see as prominent on YouTube, and it turns to a fiasco of a mental institution. This is why I say we have a mental institution. That's why I keep repeating that on YouTube. We do. What's the remedy for it? My remedy is certain people need to, if you can change your dialogue, I can't tell nobody how to run their channels, but I'm telling you, what y'all doing is making the black race, as far as the Negro sector of YouTube, look embarrassing. You know, until we love each other as Afro-Americans, because we got a lot of self-hate in us. And that's what it all comes down to. It's self-hate. It's hatred of people. And hatred is a thing that can turn to develop into more activities of disembowelment of the thoughts and debauchery, meaning that you're gonna bring more murder to the table, more stabbings to the table, more domestic disputes to the table, instead of living in a happy household, raising a somewhat productive family unit. And this is the brass roots or grassroots, what have we must get that back to. If we don't get back to the essence, you will see these mental disturbances on YouTube. Now, I don't know about you folks, but I'm just pointing out some issues here that I see that's escalating and it's getting worse instead of better on the tube. You know, I've seen some videos of young men that got a lot of talent. Two of them was convicted murderers, and it was a group down there in the South. They went to jail, and these guys somehow download beats and rap over the tracks. And shit, oh, excuse me, I'm trying to clean it up. I mean, let me go back. Their videos go viral. These young men videos went viral. In jail now. In jail. See, when I see that, do I feel bad? No, just a little bit. But I'm gonna point out some factors here. If, young man, if you can do that, you can do anything. Always remember that. It don't have to be negative. It can be positive. If you got the muster, and the gift of gab to spit game over an iPhone, smartphone, what have you, and that video go viral within a day or two, man, that's it. There go your pathway to success. See, and another thing I know about the Negro science and the Negro mind. The Negro mind, we is in the past and up until now, we possess talents, natural talent. And the overseer of the unjust, which is the devil himself and the unholy trinity, don't want us to free our talent. Everyone that's black, you got a God-given talent. You got to tap into your resources. And don't let nobody knock you off the train track. See, this is where your deaths come from. This is where your righteousness come from. This is where your dysfunctional thinking come from. This is where your unspiritual immorality when it comes to the households and prayer at the table and going to churches and trying to get confinement or try to confine to the reverend, so you can get prayer, so you can get understanding of the Most High. This is what we need to get back to. See, the Lucifer, he has many names. The Red Dragon do not want you to tap into your God-given talent. He wants you to tap into his talent, which is debauchery, which is killing, which is smoking dope, which is drinking, with cussing at your woman, beat your woman, running trains on your woman in trap houses, vice versa. I mean, it's endless amounts of hell. And at the end of the day, you wasted your life. You wrinkled up. You got no teeth. You stinking. You reeking of alcohol. I see it every day. Go to your local. You don't have to even go to your local hood. It's just people you see on the street. You know they living in hell just by the way they carry themselves. And this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happens when you engage in activities that's not on the right side of the track. And this is what I see on YouTube. Remember, when you speak something, people tend to judge you on the way you articulate yourself and the way you come out and present yourself. If you present yourself like a fool, people will think you're a fool. If you present yourself like an intellectual brother, people will think you intellectual. See what I'm saying? People usually judge on the way you talk, on the way you look, but it's not always that way. But people, unfortunately, they perceive that thought in their mind of what you say and what you do. I let other people judge me. I don't brag on myself. I'm not arrogant. Those are pride issues. The pride, put that pride and destruction come right after it. So you arrogant pride brothers, all you doing is set yourself up for destruction. Wisdom is the key, not pride. Arrogance is not the key. Wisdom. Know thyself, understand the teachings of the Most High, and go on about your life. But once you get off that track, you is going to go in the life of the unjust. You will have hell on earth, and you will be living in a lifestyle of uttermost hell. Uttermost hell, I mean. And this is where, or when, or how this subject gets. Now, I'm trying to really reevaluate my commentary, and I want to step my game up. This is why I'm coming to my viewers and my subscribers and people who view my commentary, because it's serious, folks. It's always been serious. We got other stuff going on. Remember, YouTube is just a social media platform, but you gotta look at the whole chessboard of thought. We got people still over in Far East killing folks. Middle East, there's warfare going on. Our soldiers are still over there. Okay? You gotta take that in consideration. You gotta take what's going on all around you. And it affects people within the U.S. So, I don't know. I really don't. Just gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. Where do it all ends up? Where do we end up? Huh? Where do it all ends up? Now, okay, this has been way overdue. Well, let me go ahead and wrap this up. Like I was saying, we got to think about this mental institution on YouTube. I'd like to get some feedback on this video, if y'all will. And I want y'all to really think about what I have just put down here, because we have an issue that's going on that I see is problematic, and these young ones coming up, they're looking at us older adults act like fools, and that's giving them a message of dysfunctional thinking, and that's the most serious part. So how you expect them to pay us any mind, and we acting like we on their age level? I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about those that's my age that's acting like that. I ain't got children. And I know if you can identify and you have an IQ to understand what I'm talking about, the people who view my commentary and dialogue know I'm telling the truth. Because it's every day you see this dysfunctional activity on YouTube, far as the mental institution is concerned. So, at the end of the day, folks, it's all in black and white.